engineering and medical are overrated. Tell me if you relate to me. I have seen that almost 3 out of 5 students who are in science are giving JEE or NEET just because they want to become an engineer or a doctor. But let's face it, do you really need that many engineers or doctors in this world? This year itself, in January, around 11 lakh students, frankly more than that, registered for JEE, and more than 24 lakh students registered for NEET. Imagine if all of them became engineers and doctors. Do we really need that many? Like beyond 11 lakh engineers and more than 24 lakh doctors. And this is a trend that has been increasing. Every single year we are seeing an increase in the registrants, and every single year we are seeing an increase in the people applying for high-end institutes. Just imagine if all of them were to become engineers and doctors, how would our world look like? Do you think everyone would get the placement that they want? Do you think everyone will get the jobs that they want? Let's be honest, the world does not need 11 plus lakhs engineers and 24 plus lakh doctors. But I really don't want to shatter your dreams. I know most of my audience are giving these exams, and it may just sound very disappointing to see that someone's talking about how stupid or how pointless their preparation would be. But don't worry, here I am not here today to discourage you. I am here today to bring you another possible outlook towards what you can do in science. You don't need to stop preparing for your exams. Of course, give them. That's a good exposure that you get. But I would want you all to explore something different, something that is actually booming and is required in the field of science. That is why I want you people to explore this field and take the most amount of advantage, because that is what you can do at the moment. Let us explore research. To start off with this entire idea, let me burst this bubble that everyone has fed to you till this date. BSc करके करोगे क्या? Tell this to someone who's actually doing a BSc, compare your syllabus, and then we'll talk about it. Frankly, a BSc in any particular pure or applied science requires as much effort as even a BTech or frankly even the first couple of years of MBBS requires. Although the culture with MBBS that I've seen is very different, that is what usually creates the stress, but I digress. The point being that the world of research is as demanding as the world of engineering, but there isn't any supply in that field because सब तो engineers बनने के पीछे पड़े हैं. So to give you people an overview of what research in science even looks like, let me paint this picture for you. Ever thought about a burning problem in the world? Climate change, the energy crisis. Who do you think tackles it? One may say the government. I would argue that the government pays for the solutions, but it is to those researchers that take the initiatives to provide those solutions. I'm sure most of you haven't even heard of the fields like paleoclimatology and nanobiotechnology. Nanoscience to सुने हो, nanotech to सुने हो, nanobiotech सुने हो. These are the fields that are in the front lines of all of the climate crises and energy crises that the world is facing. These are the fields that are right now finding the solutions. And researchers in these fields are trying to come up with multiple innovative ways to tackle these kind of problems. A career in research means innovation. You get to contribute to something tangible in the world to provide it with something better. Now one may ask, what does a researcher do in their daily life? Research falls into two categories, academia and industry. An industry job is very similar to what you would expect from an engineer. You work in the R&D department of a firm, either designing a product, trying to streamline a process, or even design a new process to mass produce a new product. You may be tasked with looking for solutions that require low costs, low manpower, or both. Academia tries to do something similar, but the outcome is not as commercial as industry research does. The main idea of academia is to find solutions for problems, yes, but more so to talk about the solutions, to spread the word. The simple difference between industry and academia research is that industry creates solutions, academia spreads the knowledge of the solutions around in the world. So if you are someone who's keen on designing new things, who's keen on creating new things, who's keen on putting things out in the commercial front, industry job is for you. Whereas if you're someone who likes to talk about the world of research, who likes to put forth solutions, academia is for you. So this is one question I always get from a lot of people who are skeptical about research. पैसा कहाँ है? I'll just tell them one thing, stop thinking about placements. भाई तुमको engineering में placements नहीं मिल रहा है. There is no place in this day and age where you're guaranteed a placement after you graduate. You have to earn it. There is no other way out of it. I'm not going to sit here and say that engineering में ज़्यादा पैसा है या research में ज़्यादा पैसा है. पैसा कौन कमा रहा है? पैसा तुम कमा रहे हो. Your skills and expertise will get you your money. Because I've seen a lot of researchers who live lavishly because they know how to make money. So the skill isn't where you apply. The skill is how you are able to monetize whatever you do. So you'll easily make money if you know how to make money wherever you go. So definitely research में पैसा है. तुमको बस पैसा कमाने को आना चाहिए. If you learn how to do that, you'll thank yourself later. I hope till now I have been able to put forth my case about research extremely well, and I hope there are a lot of people who have watched this video who might seem interested in at least knowing what research is all about. So how do you get into research? Look for some research intensive courses. The highest rated ones are offered by institutes like the Indian Institute of Science, IISc Bangalore, the Indian Institute of Science Education and Research, IISERs. There's so many different IISERs around in the country. You have the National Institute for Science Education and Research, NISERS. You may even find courses in your colleges that are nearby your place. You may not even have thought, you wouldn't have even thought about what they provide. The course that I am enrolled in currently and that I will graduate next year from is an extremely research intensive course. You're expected to take up so many research questions. You're supposed to take up research projects. You're expected to do that. Sadly enough, the applications this year have closed, but of course, the grade 11 students who are watching my channel, watching my videos, can apply for it next year. And for my grade 12 students, you'll definitely find a lot of other courses who have their applications still open that you can make the most of. So what I've done, I have made your job a little bit easier. There's an article that I've linked in the description which lists down all of these courses, all of these colleges, and what are the requirements. So if you find yourself interested in research and wanting to start off somewhere, you have this article linked in the description. Check it out, because I really don't want you to underestimate researchers. They may just take your job away for a bit. With this thought, thank you and happy learning.